We begin with a developing story out of Attica Correctional Facility. We're told tonight 9 staff members and inmates were hospitalized, exposed to an unknown substance.
Now, this has been an ongoing issue in state correctional facilities and even something striking officers were calling for action on. Last August, officials telling us 11 officers and 1 inmate at Collins Correctional were hospitalized after an unknown chemical exposure. Just days later, 6 officers at Wyoming Correctional Facility were hospitalized after a substance was found on an inmate. Officers raising concerns about these issues after their strike. Part of the return to work agreement with the state included looking into ways to screen the mail that comes in, and we're told that is how these substances are getting into the facilities. 7 News reporter Derek Hyde returns to Attica Correctional tonight to explain.
Here at Attica Correctional, 3 separate instances of chemical exposures have resulted in 9 different people being sent to the hospital. New York State police officers parked outside of Attica Correctional and seen escorted inside the facility Wednesday afternoon. According to the Department of Corrections, an inmate displayed suspicious behavior Sunday morning, leading to a search that uncovered paper. The 3 corrections officers who searched that inmate reported feeling lightheaded and dizzy, and 1 got physically ill. All 3 officers were taken to a hospital for further testing. Then, just a few hours later, 2 inmates were found lying on the ground. Officers carried those inmates to the infirmary, and the inmates were administered Narcan by a nurse. Both that nurse and a sergeant who responded also started to feel nauseous and dizzy. They were taken to an outside hospital. Wednesday, yet another incident. A prison employee opened an envelope that contained a powder that spilled out. That employee and another nurse became ill. Both were also taken to the hospital. That's a total of 9 exposure hospitalizations over a 4-day period. 7 staff members and 2 inmates.
There's some sort of substance in that facility that's causing this.
This is far from a new issue for state prisons. That was Kenny Gold with the Corrections Officers Union warning me back in August how dire the drug situation has gotten.
Something's got to give. There's a problem.
Just before this incident, the Attorney General's office cracked down on drugs making it into prisons, specifically paper. Tuesday, a 33-year-old Maya McIntosh of Albany pleaded guilty to purposefully soaking a synthetic cannabis onto paper in envelopes disguised as legal paperwork and sending them to inmates at various correctional facilities in New York. It's not known if any of those prisons were here in Western New York. Meantime, investigations into all 3 exposure incidents at Attica are ongoing. Derek Hyde, 7 News, Attica.